Hello and welcome to another great day in Eugene, Oregon. I am your host and commentator, Jacob, also known as Jacob, here joined by my lovely co-host.
HuntertehGamer, and Jacob. We have a very interesting game today, as it's not like your very typical kind of University of Oregon Esports game in the sense where, going against Stanford. Stanford currently has not had a single win, not even taken a single map on the board, and they've been known for role swapping, which I found to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the Stanford team is for sure pretty interesting. I mean, from what we saw, we before the broadcast we decided to pull up their match history and the CLOL bracket, and it's just been interesting to say the least. It's been like it was like a mystery fuss. We're like trying to like put together the pieces of like what actually happens, and I don't know. I think we'll be in for a fun game. I think fun game's the way to
Yeah, for
describe it.
sure. I mean, it almost seems like they just hop in like a ranked flex lobby and they're like,
Yeah,
okay, whatever it lands on for you, then like that's your role for this game. So,
yeah. They're like throwing darts at like the character select screen, just like, oh,
yeah.
oh,
Oh,
okay. I
I
guess we're going.
I guess I'm playing jungle today. Yeah, so
Yeah,
whoever's meta, I guess I'm playing them, but it seems like their bot lane is pretty consistent,
yeah.
usually having the same two people in the bot lane with Castapure and Lucifer Beastie. So gonna be interesting to see can they work around that? Can they work around their bot lane per se in terms of like stability and even with their bot laner, they play a lot of Darius and Darius has even got banned in some ban phases. So, we could even see that. Their most consistent portion of their team in their bot lane, could go top too. I mean, I could expect anything. Like nothing's going to be a surprise for us.
Yeah.
But I guess one thing for UO though is that they're gonna have actually a substitute bot laner for this game.
Yes. Unfortunately, Xrin has another outside of the game thing to deal with. All good, no problems. So instead, we are going to be having Sakura filling in the spot of the ADC role. I don't know much about them, but they seem to know what they're doing. I think
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
yeah. They're coming up from our JV team. I think it's Oregon Yellow is I
Yeah.
think the official what we call it. So I mean they have experience before. They probably played against other teams. I'm assuming our JV team plays just as much as our varsity team. And I guess one thing that's gonna be sort of interesting is that this is the first like kind of collegiate game or like series in a sense where we're on 13.4 and
Oh, okay.
that has very different changes in terms of bot meta in terms of I think Sen is going to see a lot of play, especially when it comes to pro, and I would be expecting maybe a potential Senna here.
Yeah. I mean, I actually this is one of the few times I have not read the patch notes. I did not know we were on 13.4 for this game, but I'm excited regardless. I did see Senna did get some pretty interesting changes. Um, and speaking of that, looks like we're going to be getting into the draft.
Yeah.
So here we go. Switch
Yeah,
it over.
usually I like to think that I'm pretty good in terms of drafts and what teams want, but this could just go anywhere. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have Stanford
Mhm.
on blue side here. I seeing that Bread Butter is still here. I think you kind of target the jungle as well. Killa's actually getting the Orin ban.
Yeah.
Finally putting some respect on his name. There it is.
Yeah, I mean, we saw last week Killa had an amazing performance in Game 3 on that orange, so getting rid of that right away is pretty smart. The Shen going away, one of the players plays Shen.
Yeah, Buster or Doom must. I think they played Shen before, and
Janna.
Janna, very interesting decision there. I mean, I don't think there has been a single Janna game in at least the University of Oregon has played. Follow
Yeah.
up with Gwen as well. Really targeting that top side.
Yeah, they really want to make sure that the top side does not have many options so that they can just, play. I mean, UO likes to play tanks there, so just give them a tank and let them fly.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're Killa as well, I think this might be an option. You always go on tanks. I think there are some top laners right now that are actually extremely good, almost broken in a sense.
Yeah.
I think Olaf is just I spam Olaf top, and I think Olaf is just so broken in the top lane, and you're seeing it a lot in pro play. As Ashe coming out, just the Ashheimer. Who
Mhm.
knows if we actually would have saw the Ashheimer in the sense where
Yeah, because we do have a different bot laner coming in. And the Kassadin ban as well to finally close out the banning phase. We've seen Kassadin play a few times from,
decency.
yeah, decency. Okay, yeah.
ASOL! No way!
Asol
ASOL!
locked in immediately.
Oh, decency has been playing ASOL, so but this leaves open the graves for bread butter here. I mean, this is
This is scary. This is exactly what Bread Butter wants. He wants those carry junglers, and Graves is a perfectly fine option if you want to go for it.
Yeah, and so if you're not gonna, I mean, you could even hover. I mean, they're gonna pick the Graves, right? It is such a game changer having Bread Butter on the Graves. Plays
Mhm.
so much of it and has a very good win percentage on the Graves. So
Yeah.
there it is. And in terms of follow up here, I think maybe, I mean, Seraphine is open. Laurie does like playing Seraphine.
Mhm.
Ari just got buffed. Ari, I mean, this is a good potential time to,
Ari
kind
is
of,
I think, a very, very good matchup into Aesol.
yeah, especially with how aggro Ari could be as well.
Ooh, we're gonna see the Jinx coming out for Sakura here. I don't know really what they play in the JV team, but Jinx is kind of just it can fill anywhere.
Yeah,
I
for
mean not
sure.
anywhere, but it can work in most
Yeah,
comps.
with the buff to engage supports, I think Jinx is such a good pick in the sense of
Oh
Jinx
yeah,
is going to scale like incredibly well, and could be scary come late game.
Zeri's gonna be picked up for the side of Stanford. Maybe probably the Zeri Lulu. Yep, there it is, still kicking. You know.
Yeah, sadly, you
Yeah,
know.
it's gotten a little stale, but it's good. I can't knock it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's such a this like new comp. I don't know. I kind of almost like the comp in the sense of Stanford, right? They haven't been able
Yeah.
to like perform necessarily in these matchups and games, but if you have
Ooh.
comfort picks, speaking of comfort picks, the Renata there. If you're just gonna like Stanford hasn't really targeted a lot of the picks in terms of like comfort
Yeah.
for Oregon here. So, I mean, you're just getting everything that they want.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty ideal draft. You got that carry support, or sorry, that carry jungler. You got that enchanter engage support for Eddie, a comfort pick, and then you also have that Jinx. The Scion ban comes out as well, heavily targeting that top side.
Yeah, I mean that's 3 bans towards the top side now, and then 1 including the Ornn if you are Stanford here. So really making sure that Bill's gonna have a good time in the top lane, as well as just kind of limit what options there are, right? If you look at just tanks that are meta, I mean Malphite just got buffed, so
Yeah.
could see that Malphite as a potential tank, but that'd be a whole lot of AP on the side of
Maokai gets banned
Stanford.
for the side of Stanford, which it doesn't make that much sense. I mean, I guess maybe they were worried about Maokai top, but I mean the jungler's already gone, and the Wukong. We've been seeing Stanford play a lot of Wukong, so it's pretty solid ban coming out.
Yeah, Wukong top to, not a whole lot of success, but it's something that Killer probably hasn't played a whole lot of, right?
Yeah.
Wukong top was, I guess, meta towards the end of last year, but, haven't seen a whole lot of Wukong. So it could be just something where it's like, hey, I haven't seen this in quite some time, so.
Yeah, I mean it's not a bad ban by any means, and they're gonna go for that Jax as the last pick. I don't know. Does Killa play a lot of Jax?
I mean, I think Jax just also got a considerable nerf as well, so kind of questionable. But if you don't know, at least ban the champ you think's broken. And Jax, I mean, for a long time was broken. Haven't seen a whole lot of play of him after the nerfs, but could still be in a good place here. So
Yeah.
I think you go mid lane here.
Yeah, and looks like we're gonna be getting that Galio. I mean, honestly, it's a pretty solid pick. I mean, it's a pretty hard engaged comp. I'm curious to see who their top lane's gonna be. I mean, just based off this, I'd expect. I don't know. What would you expect here, actually?
In terms of, gosh, in terms of Stanford, I mean, they do like a really scrappy top lane, and I mean, Olaf is pretty broken here. I would like the Olaf personally myself, but maybe they want to go more on the side of tanks. Zach has received considerable nerfs. I think Zach's really good for engage, which I think this comp definitely needs. I think there are better engage options, like you could see Malphite here, but I think that's really the only one.
Yeah, I mean, I also would like to see maybe the Malphite on the side of UO here, actually. It feels like it's just not a bad idea. I mean, the problem is they don't really have the I don't know.
That would be at some insane level of engage, though.
Yeah.
I'd be very interested to see the side of UO if they did that, because you have Galio ult, Malphite ult, you're just getting constantly knocked up, right?
Yeah, it would be screwed up. Then you just have a Yasuo in there just somewhere.
Yeah. So let's see what Killer goes here. I mean, a lot of top picks were banned, so we'll see. I mean, Casante's still open. Casante not the best champ.
Nasus. Wow, I was not expecting the Nasus to actually come out here. Wow, that's a pick I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, Nasus is your ideal split pusher. You're looking to scale on Nasus, and it's going to be really hard to deal with in some of these, engages, right? If you let the Nasus continually farm and you don't put a lot of pressure topside, that's going to be one scary, I guess Nasus the dog, so one scary dog later in the game. And yeah, definitely. Now you're going to be needing to buy some of that health reduction.
Yeah,
Because Nasus is just going to absolutely sustain himself well in fights.
Yeah, and I actually think the Vi is a pretty good pick here versus the Nasus. Same with the I mean, okay, it looks like we're going to be seeing Zac top, Vi jungle, Acel mid. It looks like Helix is going to be playing jungle. This is something we have to do because it is, in fact, Stanford, and they do like to roll swap, but looks like it's going to be pretty standard throughout. Buster of Doom going to be playing in that top lane. Do they usually play? They usually play.
Buster of Doom plays top. Yeah,
okay.
So yeah, I mean, this is going to be interesting, right? I mean, we don't really see a lot of games in terms of UL really focusing on this like top side.
Yeah.
It's usually, hey, let's get this bot lane fed, and I think Bread Butter is going to like continue to do that. But you're going to see definitely a lot of pressure in terms of, you said it before, with the Zac Vi. I mean, that's constant CC on the top side, and Nasus is not strong at all early. Like, if you want to take fights to Nasus early, that's like going to be something that you're going to be allowed to do, right? Because you're not going to be able to do that come late game. So I think we could see a lot of pressure towards the top side, right? And Bread Butter has to respond to that. I think in terms of, playing games in the last couple of weeks, it's always been, okay, it's a bot-focused meta, right? Yeah. And now you're not really seeing a whole lot of that in terms of, the Yo comp. I mean, it's protect the Jinx, right? But now there's a big issue in terms of the top side where Nasus is going to be pretty squishy early.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest question mark for me going to this game is, how does Stanford's comp work together? Like, so I see the Zeri Lulu as a piece, and I'm like, okay, all right, I respect that. Zeri Lulu, it's good, deals a lot of damage, gets the healing. And I see the Acel, new Acel, and I'm like, okay, Acel kind of bad in lane, really, really good late game. And I see the Vi and the Zac, I'm like, okay, there's a lot of CC, not a lot of damage. And then I'm like, so what's the goal of this comp? You know? Like, who are they getting ahead? Because you want to get the Acel ahead, but you also want to get the Zeri ahead.
Yeah. And then now you have a big issue in the top lane where if you let Nasus kind of just be in lane and farm,
then Zac does nothing for the team. It's so like, feels like they're stretched out,
Yeah, if this was old Acel, I could see it in the sense where Acel would have the ability to go from like lane to lane.
Yeah.
And be able to push in waves and then roam to other lanes. But this is new Acel where you can't really do that as well, right? You don't really have that ability to go cross map and in that sense. And so now if you're Helix, you have to decide, right? There's one issue that you have to like focus on, and it's more, I think there's going to be a lot of pressure towards the bot lane early, so maybe I go bot. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see Helix goes. I think Helix is really going to be the player of the game in the sense to watch, because wherever they go is where they think, hey, we can, like, this is our winning lane. Like, we can, like, play through maybe the Zeri Lulu, right?
Or, I mean, it's going to be interesting, and I'm curious to see who Helix decides to focus on, if anyone. I mean, I think that there's definitely merit to going to helping this Acel, because, a Galio that's, like, hurt is not going to deal much. Like, throughout the game, I mean, Galio, I don't know. This is such a weird matchup in the mid lane as well. Because, like, Galio is just, like, he doesn't win lane ever, but wins lane here.
Yeah, I mean, it could be interesting where they could catch maybe the Acel if the Acel's trying to push too much, like, very early, like, level 2, level 3, right?
Yeah.
Because I think Graves is probably going to start the red side to make his way towards bot to instantly try to, make... We're talking about also like a new bot laner as well. And,
yes, that's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Where it's like you want to make them feel comfortable. It's not like, hey, we're just going to put you on an island and then like you play your game, right? You want to make sure that like they're feeling okay.
Yeah.
Because there definitely will be probably some nerves going on the side of, it's a good game to do it in the sense where it's Stanford, and Stanford is a team that hasn't won a single map in any game. But, I think the nerves will still be there.
And we're getting into the game. Game 1, Stanford versus your Oregon Ducks. Let's see what the early game move. What's the opening?
Yeah, usually likes to go towards this bot side.
Yeah.
Then they've gotten picks on it before. But I think with Bread Butter starting red.
Oh, it looks like we're seeing a pause come out almost immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're back.
Yeah, gotta love it. Yeah, it's just now a frozen Acel. Acel stop time.
Wow.
It'd be more funny if that was Zillion, because that would make sense. But,
that is interesting to say the least.
Yeah. So, but at least it looked like that they could be just getting vision towards the towards red. I would expect Bread Butter to start red to focus on the spot side, but maybe there might be a pivot and be like, okay, we just get vision there, and then I'll help out Kill on the top lane.
Yeah, and it looks like we're seeing UO opt to not go for their bottom side play. And looks like they're going to be going just for a more classic, just, put him in the bushes and just sort of deal with this anti-invade sort of play. I mean, they have Red Butter in the top river looking for something. I mean, not really much is going to happen in this.
Yeah, I'm looking at the runes here. Kind of interesting. Fleet Footwork, Nasus.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, as well as Spellbook,
Spellbook
on the Ace Soul. So
yeah.
you're not really going for like total power there. It's more just like, hey, I'm looking to be more of like a mobile champion, right? Because Ace Soul doesn't really have the ability to do that anymore. So that's what I think when I see Spellbook, right? I'm looking for TP to be quite a bit, as well as maybe the chance to get aggro on lane. So
yeah, I actually like it. I think Spellbook is definitely one of Asol's better right now. I mean, it's still very early, and we still really don't know for sure what's going to be what people stick with, but I don't mind the Unsealed Spellbook here at all.
yeah, and it looks like Red Butter's actually going to be starting on the blue side here, so they think that Killa might get targeted early, and they don't see any vision, and it's going to be a swap of junglers, right? You're going to have Sakura and Fun Phoenix who are going to get pressured a lot for the Vi early, unless the Vi decides to pivot, but, there's going to be some pressure top side where there's also going to be pressure on the bot side, so it's going to be real interesting to see how that works out.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting. I feel like the Graves clears faster here, so we're going to be seeing Red Butter have a little bit of advantage when it comes to choosing what lane to go to first. But in the mid lane, it just looks like we're getting some trading. Top lane, same thing, same story. And it definitely gotta get out of there. I have not actually seen this skin with the new Asol. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. I haven't been playing a lot of Asol myself. Asol gets picked so much that I'm just gonna spam Annie into this. That's also one thing that I thought was interesting is that Annie picker ban.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Annie is crazy right now.
Yeah, so interesting to see that here. But I think Red Butter maybe even could influence this mid lane here, which we haven't seen a lot of like mid jungle synergy. And that's something that we could see here, right? Is that, if the Asol is pushed up too much, I mean, you have stun with Galio, and Graves does pretty decent early damage to where let's see mid but looks like full clear on the side of the Graves.
Yeah, smart play. I mean, there's no reason not to at this point. You just want to make sure that your lanes aren't, falling away, and you're just able to find the timing to go in. But looks like we're actually seeing Doom. What is the first?
Buster of Doom.
Buster of Doom.
Yeah.
I thought it was Butter of Doom for a second. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have Red Butter, so I mean,
I was just like
Butter of Doom.
Yeah.
What is that, like margarine? Just like fake butter? I don't know.
I don't know. Something.
Maybe back on. So
yeah, the bot lane, pretty.
I mean, the wave is getting pushed in, and Red Butter is there. I mean, they could try to influence this. It's gonna be real hard to gank the Zac, but
yeah, the top lane is definitely gonna be interesting. It seems risky to go for, and just as that they are gonna be pinging that the mid lane is missing. Oh my gosh, so risky. Gonna jump out.
Red Butter is here. I think Red Butter is just gonna get some chip damage. I don't think they can.
Doesn't even go for the chip damage, dude.
Yeah, I think they might have spotted the Vi. So now that they maybe know that the Vi is, going towards this bot side.
Yeah.
But still interesting. Getting early skirmishing. Not really seeing a whole lot of that right now.
Yeah, I mean this Jinx is gonna have a while to go before they're gonna be able to do a lot for this game. But top lane, it looks pretty standard. I mean, I guess you don't really see these champions match up against each other, but they kind of just want to farm. And I mean, Zac doesn't really ever have a kill on Nasus.
Yeah, and we see the bot lane of, or rather the jungle. Wow, that was a little weird. But yeah, the jungle was just gonna back there, doing some invading on the side of Red Butter, right? That's really good if you're UO. You're gonna like kind of stint those camps.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do as that carry jungler. Ooh, Red Butter does get hit with a tower shot, or sorry, Buster of Doom, and it looks like they're gonna be going for it.
Oh my gosh!
Wow, they're low. They're gonna get the flash, and they're actually gonna find the first blood. But look at Bread Butter. Is he going to find this kill?
Yeah, Bread Butter is there, but they have vision on it, though. And Zac has his jump, so.
Yeah, they should be able to get out for free. Wow, look at that. And somehow, Stanford finds the first blood. I just said that was a caster curse right there if I've ever seen it. I said that I don't think Zac can find a kill in the top lane, but with both sums down, Nasus does end up falling.
Yeah, and that's going to be a thing where now the waves are in a bit of an even state, right? Nasus wave could be pushing towards top side to where, you could see set up repeat ganks, right? If you have no summoner spells on the top side, just like you said. So you know, might be an issue as Galio was pushed up here, and Vi maybe wants to try something.
Yeah, this Vi is looking for it. I mean, looks like there you go. The early dash comes out. Ooh, the taunt comes out, and the Q from the Vi does not end up hitting. The tilt over Enforcer does not end up finding the kill on the Galio.
Yeah, good spacing there in terms of Laari was able to, you know, be like, okay, if I can't, you know, go across the whole entire lane,
Yeah.
so if I aim more towards the dragon side, then able to, you know, not get knocked up there. Good footwork as well.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this fleet footwork is going to work with the Nasus. I don't mind it, but I'm curious on what the plan is. And I guess it's just another. I feel like Grasp is just so much better here.
I mean, it's gonna be quite interesting. I mean, Killa probably knows.
No, he definitely
Nasus
doesn't.
in the sense that you know, they're gonna be able to.
Yeah, I'm sure that they have something cooking, but I'm curious to see what it is.
Yeah, I mean, as well, and you had Killa's champion pool be targeted a lot here, so definitely see that early pressure that you want to be putting on Nasus getting put there.
Looks like Bread Butter and the rest of UO is going to be going for this dragon first. X-Deck, pretty good to get. Honestly, this is a great dragon to take from the side of Stanford.
Yeah, I was able to, you know, get mid push in as well as bot push.
Oh,
and
look at this. The Acel. Very close. Looks like they're going to find anything.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that the UO comp does have, you know, working for them is that they have, you know, mobility in the sense of they're able to, you know, get to objectives faster than the side of Stanford.
Yeah.
As well as I think this is more of just like a comfort, you know, situation, comfort game for them.
Oh yeah.
They're able to just be like, okay, let's focus on taking objectives. Let's focus on, you know, trying to get ahead in lane.
Yeah, I mean, the Killer 2 is not going to matter if they can just figure out a way to get ahead, but we're going to be seeing the Nasus ult come out. Are they going to find the kill? Looks like it's not going to even be close. Ult expended, but because they have no flash, it's just all good. Not really that much of a trade, all things considered. And they also show that Vi is top lane, which is going to heavily impact how Bread Butter plays in the next few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good thing to ult early, right, in the sense of, you know, you don't want to try to risk things. Be like, okay, now I'm Nasus, who's super low HP and can get ganked again, right? Let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Get myself to, you know, full HP, and you know, let's continue to farm like I want to, right?
Yeah.
As well as with the wave stacked.
Ooh, and they actually find the root. Lots of damage onto this. Wow. Lots of damage. If they had that ult, they actually maybe could have found the kill onto that Lulu. But Bread Butter in a weird predicament here.
Yeah, gonna be interesting. Could get the solo.
Oh, the Q actually hits the wall, so it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, mid's gonna be here as well for this.
And mid's gonna be here as well. Looks like they're gonna hit the blast plant to get over. The flash comes out for Lauri. That's gonna be the knockup, which is actually gonna get him out.
Acel just doing so much damage in that fight that they're not able to do it. That blast cone was not troll in the sense that they wanted to like purposely do that, right? But it was just so unfortunate that Lauri actually has to, you know, burn the flash there because doesn't get over with the blast cone.
Yeah, and that's actually surprisingly no kills for either side, but ooh, gets hit by the tower shot. Hey, that usually doesn't happen, has to flash in order to get out. Comes out. Zeri also uses the ult.
Yeah, really good route there on the side of Sakura. Be able to be like, okay, if I can get this route down with the Jinx choppers, then that kind of stunts the engage, and that's exactly what it did.
Yeah. This bot lane is very hostile at this point. Any jungler can come down here. Even a mid laner at this point can come down and have some huge influence on this game.
Yeah.
It looks like we're going to see Bread Butter actually going for this Rift Herald here. You know what we said, stacking up those objectives. Not even a bad idea here. I think it's smart.
Yeah, Stanford doesn't have any vision on this, so you know they might know what's happening, but at least in terms of vision, they can't see that it's happening. And I think it's also really good too that Killa's getting a whole lot of pressure as well as having no mana in lane at all.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a better idea for Bread Butter to be up here so that you know the Nasus isn't constantly getting bullied.
I would have to agree as well. It looks like Rift Herald has been taken side of UO. I'm curious to see where they're going to put that. I imagine in the mid lane, but giving Acel more room to farm is maybe not what you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. You're just having this Acel who's doing relatively well in terms of farm. I think Top's also doing well in terms of the side of UO. You know, you're not considerably down, even though you know you had a kill against you. So
yeah, no, it's definitely not the worst case scenario, all things considered. But that those shoes, those boots on that Zac are going to be very problematic for Bread Butter as well as Killa.
Yeah. And the stacks going fairly well on the side of of the Nasus, as stated before. He hasn't really experienced so much of a like lane pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, the pressure has been there, but it hasn't been like enough to where the lane's like totally foregone, and that's what you want on the side of UL.
Yeah.
Even though you have this kind of like, hey, we scale comp, but at the same time we're like dive, and so dive kind of works well in the mid game. I think UO is like fine with this right now, and they do have the gold lead as well.
Oh wow, the taunt comes out. It's a decent amount of chip damage.
Yeah, not too much pressure in the mid lane like you would expect in terms of Asol being relatively squishy and not being able to.
Yeah, this is like good for Stanford. Having this Asol not have as much pressure is just allowing them to farm up, and if the game goes late, then that could be a very big problem.
Yeah, one thing that I haven't seen a whole lot of from Stanford though is in terms of like decent team fighting, right? Usually Stanford's in a position where they're constantly just getting like, plenty of kills against them.
Yeah.
I think they have the worst like kill ratio in the sense of the whole entire PACU. So real interesting. I mean, they have all this pressure here on the sense of Dragon, so they're going to be looking to take this, and Red Butter's not even close. So
yeah,
Dragon's just gonna.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're just going to be giving this Dragon not the worst play. I mean, they do have the mythic advantage. I mean, we do see Laurie does have that Everfrost, but
interesting to send all 5 members though, especially when you have Rift Herald as well as the.
Yeah, I mean, the Rift Herald should just be put down here. Oh, well, they're actually going to teleport to try to save the tower, but a couple plates are going to be going in the face of this Nasus.
You get the TP out. It's
Ooh.
a really interesting decision. They really wanted that dragon there, second dragon. They didn't want UO stacking dragons. This early.
And
so
we're going to be seeing the Chem Funk Soul coming out, which is going to be interesting. I actually think that helps probably Stanford a little bit more. I mean, I think the Chemtech Soul with Zach is kind of broken, in my opinion. But we'll see if it ever actually gets to that point. In the bot lane, it's just, concentrating, not much of anything is happening.
Yeah, which I think is good for the side of UO, especially when you maybe have changed strategies in the sense of, hey, we're not going to focus towards this bot side early like Bread Butter usually wants to do. And so staying even, it's a good thing. And like Butter or Doom here might be off a little bit more like a chill.
Yeah, I mean, that's a sizable chunk, and they don't even have the jungler to help them. I mean, are they going to actually find it? They actually are. Wait,
a solo kill.
Flash comes out.
It has to burn the flash.
Oh, and there it is. Can he get all the little guys?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Oh!
No
wants it.
No.
Oh, 1 HP! Oh, no!
Oh, my goodness.
My gosh.
The Zac passive saves Buster of Doom's life. It looked like he was going to Buster out of that situation. But, wow. Wow. Unfortunate to say the least.
Yeah, tragic for the side
Oh, but look at this. The Asol's coming in out of nowhere. And everything is happening. Oh, my goodness.
A follow-up Renato ult, not going to influence too much.
Yeah, the Renato ult's not going to do anything. And this Asol is gigantic.
Yeah, and Asol's just going to be, I mean,
So much damage.
Doesn't have the range for that, but a winning fight on the side of Stanford there.
Yeah, I mean,
sign of hope, for the side of Stanford, who hasn't even picked up a map against any team right now. And I mean, the gold lead doesn't favor them, but they're playing team fights, relatively well.
Yeah. Oh, and they're going to stop that back as well.
Yeah, unfortunate play. They're like looking back at the top side, like
so much damage. Wow, that Asol is doing work to the mid laner Laurie.
Yeah,
the stacks are just coming in. It looks like they actually went for Rod of Ages on this Asol as well. Is something I don't know. How do you feel about Roa with Asol right now?
I don't know. I think that like Rod of Ages is fine. You're gonna get the stacked. You're gonna get like kind of stacked AP as time goes on, as well as you're gonna have like the level increase, right? I don't think it's enough. And I've seen a lot of like Leandries get played on Asol, and so interesting decision here by Decency. And you're gonna be a scaling Asol with that item. So
definitely interesting to say the least, or the most. But yeah, I mean, things have cooled down since that hard engage in Stanford's River. And right now, UO is just looking to wait until this next dragon comes up to make their next move, it seems like.
Not a whole lot going on, even though the kills favor the side of Stanford here. There still is a gold lead, good farming, and Red Butter wants more on this top side, especially with no passive on the Zac.
Yeah, no passive, and Red Butter is going to be here as well. They should be able to find this, no problems.
think Graves' ult is up, so...
Yeah. Oh, the Graves ult actually missed!
Oh,
That was almost terrifying.
yeah, almost tragedy, but Vi's looking to maybe follow up, but is spotted on vision, though.
Yeah, I don't think Vi can do anything in this bot lane as we're seeing both Fun Phoenix and Sakura move towards their tower. And the next Rift Herald is actually going to be able to you. Oh my gosh, the Asol's here.
Yeah, I think there's going to be enough minions. Killer's just going to take one tower shot and be okay. I think Breadbutter's taking the Rift Herald as we speak, so...
Yeah, wow, that was crazy. I didn't know that Asol could move like that. But the first tower is going to be going to the side of UO. That's a lot of money in the hands of this Nasus, which will be scaling. And looks like we're going to be seeing the engage here onto Galio.
Larius does have stun. Breadbutter is there. I don't think Breadbutter will be there in time.
Wow, and the ult comes out from the Asol. That's going to do work. And the Zeri's here too. That's going to be a double kill for the Vi. They're going to be able to push this wave in and hit the tower.
Yeah, they're going to have complete control of this mid tower. Only Fun Phoenix is going to be there, so they're going to look to actually dive Fun Phoenix.
Wow, the ult comes out at the perfect time, though. And they're going to find one, and Eddie stays alive. 2, 3.
No way!
A triple kill from the Renata Glass on a dive that went wrong.
Perfect Renata ult there is able to pick up some, and we actually see more presence on the top side.
And look at this. Yeah, Killa's going to go for a solo kill. Oh my gosh. Are they going to find it? And they are. Wow. What has happened?
It seemed like the perfect play there in terms of mid lane. They thought that they were going to have the Renata, but they weren't able to finish it in time. Renata getting 3 solo kills there. How insane is that? Renata solo kills as well as the one on the top side with Killa, and what seemed like such a good angle for Stanford there. Now the game is just falling apart for them.
Yeah, I cannot believe that just happened. I cannot believe that a Renata Glass got a triple kill in the year 2023. A solo triple kill, mind you. I mean, the tower was a big help, but regardless, I mean, this Renata has just been accelerated to another stage.
Yeah, for sure. Just you're gonna see item online, and you're gonna have all this pressure now on objectives here. UO only missing out on the one dragon, and now gonna look to get the second for them.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be going for this Chemtech dragon here. Are they going to go for the steal? Looks like they can't even do it, and that's going to be a quick and easy dragon take, and they're going to try to get out as well.
Yeah, it seems like desperation now on the side of Stanford, even looking to pick up a dragon there when I mean without smite as well.
Yeah,
kind of questionable decision making there, but now
that's a very good point. Yeah, and just everything that could have gone wrong in that engage, in that few moments of history have for Stanford.
Yeah. And now you're going to look maybe towards this bot side if you are Stanford here. I mean, like the one saving grace could be this Zeri Lulu in this game, but you know, Breadbutter's going to be here. The Vi's looking to maybe influence it, but not enough.
Crazy how Buster of Doom was so far ahead, having 2 kills over this Nasus, then fell to a solo kill.
Yeah, it could. I mean, that's how it is playing against Nasus sometimes. You know, you might have so much pressure early on, but then just one play is able to change it. You know, getting the Divine Sunderer there, this Nasus is going to be like so hard to kill.
And look at this itemization actually coming out from Breadbutter, going for the Prowler's Claw. Very interesting indeed.
Yeah, very unique take on the sense of Graves, where you know you see utter lethality.
Oh, and here we go. We're going to go on to this. The jump is good, but are they going to have the damage? Nope, doesn't look like it. A big chunk though on that Zac.
You gotta.
Oh, and the Vi's going to look for something as well here.
You're looking for some follow-up.
The Zeri's here as well, and that's going to actually hit. That W is going to be massive, and the ult. Can Breadbutter find a way out? And he's not going to be able to, but this Nasus is gigantic, but there's so many people over here. Wow, the Super Mega Death Rocket does not find anyone. Kill is staying alive for so long. The Renata ult comes out, finds no one. Looks like Jinx has found a way here. Can Jinx do anything? And this Asol is here as well. Huge ult coming down, doesn't hit anyone.
Yeah, a lot of missed ultimates there, and it's just like that's the power of Nasus as well, just being able to stay alive for so long. Just a bunch of misplays, and you know both teams are kind of in an interesting position where the kill score is even, and maybe they're looking to try to influence that, try to bring that back if you're on the side of Stanford. But when you miss all those ults and you're not able to single focus on Nasus, like kind of interesting. If you can't even get the Nasus there, like once the Nasus continue to scales, I mean, what are you even gonna do?
Yeah, the Rift Herald is placed in. Actually, where was it placed? I think it was in their base.
Oh yeah, Rift Herald's going bot lane. Jelly's going to be taking the very long journey from bot. If you get a charge off, that's quite embarrassing, especially when bot tower is completely gone as well.
Yeah,
So
that would be just tragedy to happen. I don't think it will. I mean, there's no way that I could let that happen. But the Zach is actually moving down here as well.
little Rift Herald that could probably going to get stopped here by the Zach.
Yeah. But also, I mean, the Baron is up. You know, the next volatile play that could happen could lead to the Baron being taken.
Yeah, I mean, Buster does have TP. You know, could it be able to, you know, match a
Same
fight
with
that,
Killa,
that
though.
actually happens? But are you really in a position right now?
Oh,
if
this
you wanna fight?
Lulu. It's going to be a 0 to death. The Hugify does happen, but it's not going to matter. Bread Butter with the fadeaway looking like Steph Curry out here.
And that leaves Baron open. And without the Lulu, I mean, it's going to be real easy to, you know, focus a single target if you're on the side of UO. So it doesn't even look like they're even going to contest this.
Yeah,
They're just going to go for the mid tower instead, get the objective bounty.
Yeah. Going for this Baron is a powerful play. With the Lulu down, no one's going to stop it. They are going to get the objective bounty from that mid tower, but does it matter? We're going to be seeing the NASAs come down here as well.
Oh man, if you're Butter or I said Butter of Doom, yeah, Buster of Doom. Hey, dude, now I understand. Now I understand why that was a little questionable. But
yeah,
Killa under tower.
Killa's, there's 3 people here, and it took them so long to find the kill. And the Jinx ult, unfortunately, is not going to hit.
I guess it's just a Renata diff in terms of towers. I mean, you had 2 tower shots on Buster of Doom there, and you know wasn't able to do anything. So
yeah,
quite unfortunate for the side of UO not being able to get a follow-up kill there.
We're actually seeing the Abyssal Mask finished on the Galio, which is going to be very helpful against this team. Wait, excuse me?
Has to use the cleanse.
The cleanse has been used from the Zeri, which could be a tragedy here. All 5 members of Stanford are chilling in this bot lane.
Yeah, and they have to back off now, which means that you're able to push with Baron minions and potentially get this tier 2, as well as have another free objective and get on Soul Point. Interesting decision on them wanting to stay that long and try to get that just bot tower.
Yeah. And they're going to actually go, it looks like they're opting to go away from this bot lane to go for maybe the dragon that's coming up very soon.
Yeah,
It would put them on Soul Point if they do grab it.
Yeah, UO has better vision, though, and they're going to know exactly where they're coming from.
Yeah, that
and be able to
ward
set
is
this
huge.
up.
It's going to get taken, but they know where 3 of them are. And the dragon is up, and looks like they're going to try to go for the burst here. Should be a quick and easy. Oh, the Vi comes in. No Smite Steal today. Vi comes out. It's a cluster. But it seems like the Death Ball from UO is just going to be a little bit stronger today. The Zac passive does not do anything, and that should... I mean, that's just an absolute disaster. 2 people falling down.
It seems like miscommunication there, as the Zeri Lulu can't follow up, but UO wants more, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they really, really want to try to get this tower with the remaining picks of this Baron. I don't think they're going to find it.
Yeah, miscommunication there definitely at that dragon. The Zeri Lulu wasn't even able to influence the fight there, but you know, you have the Zac and the Vi both trying to steal the dragon. I mean, it makes sense with the role swaps on this team. You know, the Zac might have been like, maybe I have Smite, I could try to steal this, but no.
Yeah. And I don't think I've seen the Asol use Spellbook this entire game.
Yeah.
They've been on Flash Teleport for this entire game.
Yeah, pretty sussy of a decision there if you are the Asol. I mean,
I like the Spellbook pick. I just think that you should be using the Spellbook a little bit, especially if you want to try to go for those Smite steals. But Breadbutter is actually going to found dead here. Lulu traded out.
Just in no man's land, right?
Yeah,
you have full control of that jungle, but
doesn't matter. Laurie gets out. Wow, Helix once more though. The root is going to be massive. The double root, the taunt as well. And this Jinx is going to go absolutely insane here.
Oh my gosh, Helix was just kind of running it there, and it seems like
Jinx is
there's
excited.
more.
Yep, and that's actually going to do it. Jinx continuing being excited. That's going to be the tower as well.
Oh, this could be big for Sakura. The Renata ult going to catch the Lulu.
And they should be able to find...
Out of the Zeri.
Is the Zeri going to go down? And that's going to be Eddie
Auto attacks
taking
for the
the
win.
pick. And that Super Mega Death Rocket is going to steal the deal on that ace, ladies and gentlemen. And that should be the end of Game 1.
Yeah, death timers are pretty big. The only one that's up is that Helix is going to have be up in 5 seconds.
They're not going to actually go for the end.
Yeah, they're going to wait. They're going to take their gold that they've received from that fight and just back and look to buy items and maybe look for another push there.
They're playing it smart.
I mean, Who's gonna kill this Nasus on the
Did-
side of Stanford?
Did Acel buy a Dark Seal just now?
League of Legends, everyone. This is like my solo queue games, dude. I can't.
Dude, 25 minutes into the game, we're seeing the Acel buying. Ugh.
Yeah, there's probably some hidden tech there that we.
Oh
don't know.
yeah. No, I mean,
yeah.
maybe I'm missing
a
something.
huge ultimate happens in a fight, team wipe, and then it's like, oh yes, I can upgrade this now.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just coping for the side of Stanford here, but
I wish I want it to make sense so badly, but the only thing that makes sense right now is just UO's inevitable victory, mind you, and they're just slowly taking each part of the map.
yeah, you're gonna have this kind of 4-1 sort of presence here once Red Rider comes along, because the Nasus is just like you're gonna have to send at least two people to try to get the Nasus here, but
This wave's not big enough though. Well, they get the root. No shot. They're not going for this dive. Yeah. Little sussy, but we're seeing that they're going to be able to get this top tower with relative ease. Only a Lulu and a Zac with the Acel near.
yeah, and they're
And
just
look at this Nasus in the bot lane
they're
as well.
just letting Nasus free farm here. The Vi's trying to like
scare
farm
tactics.
jungle, farm the jungle right next to the Nasus. So at least you get the
playing
Krugs, right?
That's playing
It's a
with
Krug
death.
diff, I guess. So
It's a Krug div.
yeah, so UO, I think they're just gonna look to maybe clump here and end the game with the pushing mid wave with
Yeah.
the inhibitor.
I mean, they have no Baron buff, but they do just have a 10k gold lead.
Nothing's gonna happen here. They're gonna look to maybe try to find a miracle fight if you are Stanford. I mean, you'd have to get.
I mean, how do you even attempt to do them? You have to find like 30 tower shots on it. Wow, and they're going for the engage. Zac stays alive longer than he should. Wow, big Acel ult. And they're actually going to find almost no one. The Acel dies. We're going to see the ADC fall. But this little skirmish right here should prove futile for Stanford. Helix just walking in the presence of a literal lunar god that is this Nasus.
Yeah,
And the teleport comes out from Laurie,
Yeah,
and
even-
that should be the end.
The ace soul damage not even enough to finish it there. UO is going to take map 1 against Stanford. Still haven't actually got a map on their side, and we're going to go on to game 2 here.
Wow, what a game. That's the only way I can describe that one.
Yeah,
What a game.
interesting. I mean, there were signs of life if you were Stanford there. There were picks through the mid lane that you were able to get.
Yeah.
And, with such a volatile top side as well in terms of the early game there, it was like maybe there's a chance, right? But it just seemed like UO was just proven superior in terms of fighting.
I truthfully don't really know how to describe what I just watched.
I think it's time for a role swap. That's what
I think it's time for a roll
yeah.
swap. I mean,
we run it back. We run it back on a different.
this is different.
I got jungle this time.
Yeah.
It was
Hey,
just jungle
hey,
diff,
I like
guys, yeah.
I liked your buy, but let's just twitch it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, looking at both comps, right? I mean, we did see the power of Acel there in terms of like some team fights. If the Acel wasn't touched, then there was a lot of damage that was down with the questionable rune choices as well as Rod of Ages for this game. But I mean, the Acel still was doing damage there, and if they maybe had better, not engage, but just like sustainability in terms of team fights, I think we could have saw a potential win there. But UO's team fighting, especially with Bread Butter on, their champion in terms of the Graves. I mean, just wasn't even a match.
I'm still reeling over some of the decisions that Stanford made this game. I mean, all things considered, they were in the lead for a solid 5 minutes, maybe. They had the first blood on Laurie, or not on Laurie, sorry, on Killa, right? They had the first blood on that Nasus, and they just couldn't seal the deal. They couldn't figure out a way to keep that lead, and it spiraled into something that I don't even feel comfortable watching again.
Yeah, I mean, there was Stanford did have the kill lead for like most of the game.
Yeah.
And it was their laning. Just something wasn't happening right there. The Vi was always constantly looking for ganks, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't farming. Breadbutter was just having his way with the jungle in terms of side of Stanford, and man, it was just know, they were looking to get lanes online, but they weren't really focusing much on like, hey, let's just get our fundamentals down.
Yeah.
As well as Yuo's objective control, I think was really good this game. It was only after that weird mid fight where they gave up the dragon at the time, but every time an objective was up, Bread Butter was there. So that's credit to Yuo.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say, yeah, credit to UO where it's deserved. I mean, they definitely played around the objectives extremely well that game. I mean, they got almost every dragon. They got both Rift Heralds and the Baron. I mean, they played the game kind of like they played like they were playing a better team in the best way I could say it. And I actually really liked it. I thought that the way that it played was smart, and I actually appreciated a lot of things. I really liked the Killa Nasus. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I mean, besides the fact that Killa was definitely pushing their limits at some times in the sense of was able to almost get the solo kill there, in terms of I think them trying to actually like get on the board, but there really was no answer for Killa's Nasus, and now it might be something that could receive a ban, right? Killa hasn't even played any Nasus in terms of this whole entire PACU tournament.
Was that really the first Nasus?
That was the first Nasus
Wow.
Killa's played, and so that could be something that may even be a ban there, because even though you had so much pressure on that top side early with the Vi, you weren't even able to deal with it in the correct way to where had Killa who was unkillable.
Yeah,
in that late
Killa
game.
was truly unkillable in that late game. They had to send 5 under tower to find an answer to at some point. But
Yeah.
looks like we're getting into this draft for game 2.
Yeah, we see an Annie here. I want to see an Annie.
Asol banned immediately for the side of UO.
Yeah, their one win call in their last game was through the Asol, and they're just like, oh, you're not gonna be able to do that anymore. So
yeah, I'm curious to see what the side. Yep, the Ornn ban coming out. I imagine we're going to be seeing similar bans to what we saw game 1, casted in as well, making it so whoever plays mid lane this game doesn't get to play it, I guess.
yeah, I mean, I think DC did have a relative, or Helix rather. I think Helix plays a decent bit of Kassadin, right?
Okay.
And so that's why I think they would sometimes switch from mid to jungle, because Kassadin's left open.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah,
so that's
Galio.
sort of their their thing.
Yeah, so Galio ban, really interesting, because I mean, Laurie does play Galio, but it's something that you don't really see a whole lot of, and I didn't. The Galio was fine, but there wasn't anything that was like super special about that Galio.
Yeah, I found the Galio to be a presence, but I just didn't think that like the Galio was really banned. And we're gonna be seeing the Ashe picked up almost immediately. We're probably gonna be seeing Ashe Heimer in this bot lane. I'm curious to see how Sakura performs in this.
Yeah.
Samira picked up. Wow. Wow, that's a first as well.
Yeah, you don't really see a whole lot of Samira, and I think Samira got some small nerfs as well.
Yeah, she did. She got nerfs for like the lowest level of play. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So. The Lee hello?
I'm ready to see it.
Lee
Sin? I mean, if this was MSI like 2 years ago, I'd be like, okay, Lee Sin could go anywhere, but that has to be Lee Sin jungle, and
yeah,
you don't see Bread Butter on the Lee Sin, so
we're gonna be
maybe you think because you get the Ashe Heimer and that's such your lane, like for sure.
Yeah, you're winning that lane. You're winning that lane.
It's like, okay, maybe it's time to pull out the Lee Sin. No, they might be wanting to try stuff, not to discredit Stanford in any way, but Stanford hasn't won a series, and they might be like, okay, let's try some new.
Let's try something new. Yeah, no, absolutely, and I mean, Stanford just showed their hand right away. I mean, they do have they're going for the hard engage.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a Samira, a Nautilus, and the Elise, which is not the hardest of engages, but still, regardless, I mean, wow, that's just all up in your face.
Yeah, and it's going to be very dependent on if you could get this Elise fed, and this is going to be able to influence a whole lot of lanes. These small nerfs in 13.4. Specifically, I think in terms of like pro play nerfs.
Yeah.
So I think Elise is going to be fine, but
Nasus gets banned up here.
Let's go.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I guess they just respected the performance from last game a little too much, but let's see what UO decides to ban here. Going for that Zac. Zac was also relatively they had impact last game.
Yeah, if you wanna focus top side, which they might do again, maybe Phil's feeling themselves.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna play Lee Sin, I mean, it kind of seems like they might be going to. I honestly think the comms from you right now could be Killa being like, all right, let me play carry top.
Yeah, which is Olaf. I love Olaf.
Olaf would be very cool
in terms of carry tops right now. I think you could spam Q levels 1, 2,
the Darius ban.
They banned themselves?
They banned themselves.
I was going to say, yeah, the Darius could come up. I mean,
All right.
you know,
That's
if
cool.
it wasn't banned, but I guess they're just like, we don't want the Darius.
That's fun. All right. The Darius ban comes out. Let's see what this last ban is. Could be a top ban. I guess it could be a mid ban. I don't know who they ban mid. Gwen. Yeah, that makes sense.
Gwen top. I mean, you would have, you know, the AP jungle as well as an AP top, so
yeah,
it would be kind of an interesting decision. Also, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think AP can't do double AP topside. It's just
So, I mean,
let's see what.
I think Annie's strong.
Annie's,
I don't think.
Not
you
here,
pick
but I
Annie.
think
I don't think you pick
Rengar.
This Rengar finally.
Wait, Rengar top? No.
I mean, Rengar could.
Oh no, this is gonna be. This is
mean,
gonna be a mess. And look at the Jax is actually gonna be picked up for Killa.
Yeah, I mean,
they're gonna be playing that carry top.
Yeah, Killa. I mean, it's Jax hover, but Jax. I mean, really strong top laner, and Killa has. They haven't played Jax before in the sense of
in a pro,
like in I guess pro play, but no, I think they have been playing a decent bit in terms of solo queues though.
What's the mid lane pick here? Do you think?
Akali,
wow,
oh
this is
my
an entire
God.
shift of like what we've known from this team.
I know. Now you have this sort of situation where you could play topside early.
Are they going to pick up Ivern?
I don't think. I mean, and I think in theory, be like, yes, you want to pick up the Ivern, and then who? I mean, but then again, where would you put the Ivern mid? Like that's some like LS stuff from last year. Like
Okay, the Yasuo comes out and I'm okay. All right. Okay. So they're gonna be going Rengar top, Elise jungle, Yas mid, Samira, and not bot. But wow, I mean, this is I don't think we're gonna be seeing the same people and the same roles on this side of Stanford.
Yeah, I mean,
in fact, I don't think the entire top 3 are gonna be in the same position.
You think so? A Buster of Doom does play a lot of Rengar, and he was there, or Butter of Doom, as as me and you both call on cast. So Buster of Doom does play Rengar, so he could see. But this whole draft situation, this is so atypical of both teams, in the sense where now you have some potential for carry top side. This is a mid pick in which Lee Sin, Akali, like that's a wombo combo in the mid lane if I've ever seen one, which you haven't seen a lot in terms of Laari. Laari usually likes to play these supportive,
more supportive,
more supportive mid laners. Plays Seraphine quite a lot. So, but yeah, Akali, man, I think the mid jungles where you're definitely going to be seeing a lot of presence, which is such a weird thing to say if you're Evo, right?
Yeah, that's like you don't expect the University of Oregon to play a carry top and a carry mid. In fact, you expect them to play carries in every other location.
Yeah.
But we're seeing a huge change of pace here. I mean, it has to be confidence, right? It has to be that they feel confident they can beat them with this comp. And I'm curious. I'm excited. I think that this could be an incredible showcase of UO's depth if they can win this game. But I don't know. I mean, I look at Stanford's draft and I just I'm confused.
Yeah, it seems like comfort on the side of Stanford. I feel like I say that a lot in terms of teams going to comfort, but I mean I can't believe I keep saying Butter of Doom. I almost want to just call Buster of Doom Butter of Doom because
it's hard.
But it does play a whole lot of Rengar, so they may know this matchup better than the Jax does. But I mean, you pick Jax knowing that the Rengar is going to be possibly going top, right?
Yeah.
I think one thing that also may be interesting is that there's a lot of like shielding and like wind walls on the side of
they have 2 wind walls
on the side of Stanford to where
I mean, it
usually
blocks
Ashe.
It blocks the Ashe, it blocks the Akali, and it blocks the Heimerdingers, like most of their kit, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not the worst combination, especially in that bot lane. When Samira gets active, I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting for sure. I'm excited to see pretty much every lane here should be fun.
Yeah, I think the Ashheimer is just gonna be a pushing lane. It's gonna be hard to really try to push and influence Ashheimer lane. That's just constantly pushing and like aware that the least could be trying to gank, and could see I think the mid game especially is going to be really interesting because Ashheimer mid game with the pick potential that Ashe does have, right? If you're I forget who played Yasuo, I think it was Zeus in terms of the T1 game, which
the top game,
to influence like the game so much in the sense it was able to block so many of these you know, like ultimates with the wind wall. So if you got the Zayu's like hands in the sense of you're able to figure it out, then maybe, you know, maybe not target the Yasuo, but I think
comparing Zayus to any player in
yeah,
this
on
lobby,
Stanford especially.
no, not even Stanford.
Yeah.
Just this lobby
Yeah.
is like, man. I mean, I have expectations. I don't know if we'll meet them or we'll just barely go under them, but it should be fun regardless.
I think this is gonna be a fun game. This
Yeah,
almost
it'll be fun.
This
It'll be
almost
fun.
reminds me of like a in-house game
Yeah,
that we would see.
this is a in-house comp if I've seen it from.
Because I think Bread Butter's just gonna be looking to influence, you know, every lane, right?
Mhm.
It's not gonna be this like farming Lee Sin that we're gonna see.
No,
Bread
we're
Butter's
gonna be seeing a very active Lee Sin in this game.
going
almost
top.
assuredly.
I think especially mid. I think mid's gonna be like the key point of this matchup, trying to send maybe some pressure mid, and get the Lee Sin
Skin check.
Okay, as an Akali, you know, I'm low Akali 1, I guess, at times with my bronze Akali, but I think the skin's okay. I think all out Akali's okay. So not the worst decision. I'm more of a Nurse Akali.
I don't like any of this. I also play Nurse Akali as well.
See, your base. There we go.
Yeah, there was an arc, I think, like right after Worlds, where I was just like, I will be Zeka.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I think
everyone
Akali
felt
and
that.
Silas in the mid lane.
I don't think anyone left that Worlds and was like, I want to be Piosik. I want to smite like Piosik. But we could see, early game skirmish potential.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing all 5, both teams here, all 10, bottom side.
But they don't know. They don't know where either of them are, so.
They're not going to move up. No way. There's no way.
They're pinging that they're going up. If Yo stays for just long enough.
Oh,
they are.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. Here it comes. And we're going into the gauge. The counter-strike comes out. That's a 4-man stun. Are you kidding me? Lee Sin finds one. Has to get out. But there's so much damage. The wind is nothing. The ignite comes out. That's going to be the Yasuo dead. But the Rengar's here in the bush. This is where he's going to be able to perform. He does not go back in the bush. He's going with a flash because not find it. This another counter-strike. Are you kidding me? Killa, what was that?
Yes, Killa, this is your game right now. 4-man stun into a 2-man stun there at the end, just doing absolutely everything they need to do on this Jackson. MVP level performance right there, getting absolutely everything.
3-0. 3-0 for the side of UO. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that 4-man counter-strike from Killa. Sorry for breaking someone's eardrums. I know someone's watching with headphones that just got absolutely annihilated. But that 4-man counter-strike stun from Killa just set the tone of this match and might be the end of it right there.
Yeah, and every lane is ahead here. There's like big pressure on the side of the bot lane where now you have summoner spells gone. You have a pushing lane as well. You have no flash on top side, no flash jungle. So
what happened? Also no flash bot. I mean, they have the hex flash, but I mean that is just an absolutely insane start to the game. That's exactly what you want if you're Evo. They picked confidence and they just gained so much confidence. They must be feeling so good right now.
Yeah, I mean, especially for this bot lane here, right? Where like this is your one change for this game, right? And now you just have the full confidence to where, you know, if anything like ever happens or, you know, there's another situation where bot lane has to be substituted. I mean, you're even going to the Ashheimer, which, you know, Rin and Fun Phoenix do all the time. So.
Yeah, I like to see that Sakura is still playing this, and the Elise is going to go down. The hook actually misses. Be a great flash from Eddie.
Yeah.
Top lane, we're going to see some action here. This Rengar's going in and out of the bush. Oh, goes in. The counter strike's going to happen.
Yeah, and going back on that flash there, if Eddie doesn't flash that, then the Elise is just going to be able to, you know, influence that lane and pick up that kill. But
Killa pass. The Knight comes out from Buster of Doom. Gonna be fine, and he's fortunate does not have TP to get back to the lane, but regardless, he still should have a lot of money from that first.
Yeah, man, quite unfortunate for Buster of Doom there to be picking your like one pick in terms of I've been spamming Rengar, like this is a champ I feel completely comfortable on, and then just instantly to go down in that you know, level 1 team fight there.
That was unfortunate. Yeah, I mean it looked good for a brief moment of time, but unfortunately no dice. Oh, and here comes the mid lane. The Elise is here. The flash comes out.
Big stun by the Elise.
Can Riddler find it?
These thinks they're gonna be able to do more with this.
Oh no! Oh no! They could have actually got him. I think they messed up their jump. Fortunate. Uh-oh. No, don't take it. Don't take it. No! Oh my god.
Okay, dude. That was and then emotes right after. I love Muay Thai Lee Sin. That is such like the, brings back like old memories of like Sven's Garen in terms of I'm like, man, and just pulls off the Lee Sin there, just faking them out, being like, oh, I'm actually
that was sick. That was great to see. I like to see that they're having fun this game. That's good. And regardless, bot lane is just it's going smooth for the side of UO. That's the best I can say.
Yeah.
The Elise is coming down though. Oh, but this could be bad. Bread Butter is still here. Fun Phoenix is gonna go down quite fast here, most likely. They find the kill. Also, the Ashe has to deal with some work. No kills on either side.
Oh, let this
but
Ashe
here comes
here.
the okay. That's one, and it just wraps. Double kill for the Silas. I think that was 1W or not 1W, 1E that did that.
Yeah, huge there by Bread Butter's Lee Sin. Pulling it out. I mean, we haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it, but 3-0. 3-0 and 1 right now, actually.
I mean, then again, you do get inflated as Lars.
Solo kill.
Oh, but the wind wall. Is it enough?
Oh, the Ignite actually gets it. Oh, my lord. It's an absolute travesty right now. Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe we're witnessing this. 7-0, 5 minutes into the game.
You know what it's time for? The Dark Seal on the side of the
Oh,
Elise.
yeah, the Elise decides to go for the Dark Seal here.
Hey, I'm going to be influencing a lot of these lanes that are just completely fed now.
Yeah, I don't know how you play this. I genuinely don't know. I say this as someone who's been watching League for 2+ years, been casting it for about a year. I genuinely don't know how you come back from this. And I'll say it. I'll say it right there.
I mean, when you have the gold lead of 3K already early, it's 7 kills up. There has to be some sort of, I don't even know. I mean, maybe you can focus on this top side. I mean, you have comfortability and the sense of Buster of Doom. Maybe that's a way you can go through.
I mean, yeah, I mean they're gonna try to go for this pick here on Laurie, but he's just gonna be able to ult and get out, no problems. Or it doesn't even have to ult; he just E's. And in the top side, no, they're not gonna find it. Buster of Doom actually has to flash though to avoid getting killed there, and just each step, each second that ticks on the clock is just more and more momentum swinging for the side of UO.
Lee Sin's just gonna be able to influence every single lane right now, and it has to be like respected.
Yeah, you have to respect this Lee Sin right here.
Yeah, because if you push up a lane too far, I mean, Bread Butter could be here, and with lethality, Lee Sin.
Don't take it. Maybe a little 2v2. Nope, does not look like we're gonna be seeing anything in the mid lane. And this bot lane just poke heavy. Oh wow. I mean, this is just wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do here. I almost have no words. I mean, I have to continue saying words so I can get paid, but I'm kidding. I don't, yeah, but
but the dragon is up here. You're gonna have a pushing bot lane, of course, with the Heimer.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna try to go for it. I mean, Bread Butter's gonna get his red, then opt to go find it. He doesn't have a smite for a while. I don't think the Elise can do it. They actually ping the Elise. They know exactly where she is. But in the top lane here, we're looking for a little bit of a trade. Oh, the stun!
Oh, there's Killa.
There's Killa. Killa finds the solo kill on this Rengar.
Dude, what a last 2 weeks for Killa.
Yeah, he's been having some great games recently.
Starting out with putting on tank duty for such a long time, and then even last week getting put on the same kind of Ornn duty just wasn't enough to stop him. So
yeah,
big time plays by Killa on the top side.
Didn't he get like 3? Like he got 4 solo kills on Ornn last week. But anyways, regardless, we're gonna be seeing. Oh, the stun comes out. They're not even gonna find one. They're not gonna find one. They don't even find Sakura with a great flash and a heal. Oh man, so disastrous. And Bread Butter wants more. The ward hop. Laurie gets a solo kill in the mid lane somehow. What's happening?
Yeah. Objectives be damned. I mean, there is literally nothing that UO is doing. They're just looking to just continue on with their killing spree.
We're
here,
8 minutes into the game.
Oh man, there's nothing. There's nothing you can do on the side of Stanford but just watch as their camps get taken.
The world is just burning in front of them, and there's nothing they can do. I mean, this is just tragic. Wow. I mean, This is League of Legends right here, folks.
Yeah. I always like to joke, this is my solo queue games, when it's honestly true at this point.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of minions, Killa. That might be a little too much to
Yeah,
try
that
to
was
go in
that
there
was
for
a
the
bit
solo kill.
ambitious. I liked it though, and we're seeing the Lee Sin actually going for the Prowlers here.
Oh man, I love. I feel like this is such like a TikTok Lee Sin build where it's like
Oh,
you go
yeah.
in, go
Ooh,
back
bop,
out,
bop, bop,
and
bop,
it's all,
bop, yeah.
you just hit like all these different wards and minions, and oh man.
Yeah, it'll be fun. This is definitely not what I don't think he was gonna build this at the beginning of the game. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, this is you're having fun if you're on the side of UO, and on Stanford you're just like, what do we even do? Like.
Yeah, I mean the thing is though, they still have to get these objectives. I mean, Bread Butter's having a great time, but he's still got to focus on this dragon. It looks like they're gonna be going for it on the side of Stanford right here.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're
gonna trade.
potentially trying to do it, but I mean, how do you even do that at this point? As I think you've gone a little too far.
Bread Butter's here. That should be it. Solo kill. Or not even a solo kill, sorry. Bread Butter gets the kill. And they put some wards on Dragon, but they can't do it.
Yeah, I think there's just going to be this continued kind of considerable gold lead on the side of UO, and I think you're just going to continue to kind of see what we've been seeing here, and not so much like lane control in terms of, hey, we can like get towers. It's just instantly when the enemy spawns back, they're just, you know, you're going to be trying to go for the kill there. As
Laurie gets some good damage, but the ult comes out. And we're going to be seeing Felix is here. Oh, nice R actually to get out. Oh, but they don't mess it up this time. Is that going to be it?
Laurie,
no. No! Oh, they get the trade, and that's going to be the first kill for Stanford, but...
Let's go. 2 Darksteel stacks. We take those on the side of... Stanford.
Oh, nice try from Bread Butter. Doesn't find it. Yeah, I mean, it was a good attempt from Helix.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's it. I don't even think the kick animation was finished. That kill happened. But Bread Butter finds a pick on to Yasuo, and it's 13-1.
Yeah.
The Darksteel is stacked, admittedly. Love or hate it, the Darksteel is getting stacked.
Let's go. It was worth. It's a worth buy in my opinion.
It's a worth buy.
And man, this Yasuo.
Dude, look at how tagged up this Nautilus is.
Even if there wasn't like as a considerable gold lead, which you haven't really seen in terms of the bot lane, more, it just had the one Ash
really
kill there,
as much,
and 7 assists. That's
Yeah,
a whole lot of assists on the side of the Heimer.
Oh, they're gonna go for it. Looks like we're gonna be seeing the solo dragon taken by Bread Butter here. I believe it's an Infernal. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Infernal.
So yeah, gonna be taking the dragon there, finally
On a
stacking
ward,
up some
they don't
drags.
even care anymore.
There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing you could do.
On a ward on the Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, just you have absolute vision, and it's gonna back there as well.
Yeah, why not? That's a confidence right there. It looks
Man.
like Hextech's gonna be next.
Huge mid lead that we're seeing in terms of CS. I don't think that will amount to a kill in the top lane, but man, this is such the typical like bronze. I'm not saying that the DP is bronze, but like the bronze stat Yasuo game. Not gonna take that though. Gonna go for the ult.
I don't think we're gonna find anything though. We're getting some poke in the bot lane.
Even with this.
Not much, but looks like we're going to be seeing Pillow look to maybe go mid here. In the bot lane, we're seeing some action. That's going to be one. Oh, it's a 1-for-1 actually. ADC and the support die. What? Helix is under. Hello?
Yeah. A little bit interesting there in terms of that kick. Almost got Laurie to, get taken down, but it's not enough.
Yep. It looks like we're going to be going up top and see if we can find this kill in the Rengar.
Bread Butter is just,
he's just moving around.
He's even up in farm as well, and it's just like, I'm just actually not going to farm.
Oh, look at the zoning. Actually really well played here. And the jump comes. The Counter-Strike. The Q hits. Oh. And that's going to be it.
That was a weird animation there at the end as the Rengar tried to get out of that one. Yeah, I mean, the bot lane, in a sense, is stabilized, even though you have the Rylai's on the Heimer there.
I don't even consider it stabilized. I mean, it's just... I guess you can say stabilized, but like this Ashe Heimer is just they're gonna win so late into this game.
I mean, yeah, and
they're gonna get
a whole lot you can really do even as some in a team fight like that with a 7-0 Lee Sin. Why?
7-0. Bread Butter's putting on a show for us here at the studio.
Yeah, thankfully. I mean, he was playing a lot of Graves and Kindred, which
I don't mind.
They don't look as nice as the Lee Sin in terms of skill.
Yeah.
I guess that too. I mean, yeah, sheesh. I mean, you didn't have to. but
Oh,
here we
they're
go.
going for the dive.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, not enough.
And the Triumph's actually going to proc, which is going to mean that they're not going to find Laurie. Triumph proc makes it so Laurie has a little bit of extra sliver of health. That's going to be a double kill in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, this mid
Oh
matchup.
my gosh. The poke from this turret is crazy.
This mid jungle matchup, we were talking about it early on, and it really proved to. I mean, besides the whole like outrageous level 1 situation, it really proved to, you know,
And that's
exactly
going to be
where.
another tower for Killa, likely. Going to take the tower. Doesn't care.
Yeah.
Red Butter's here. In the 1v2, it's a little scary.
Especially with Samira ult as well, but the great knock-up timing.
Oh! Almost gets out. Unfortunately, falls a little too ambitious. 8-1 now. The Yasuo is actually going to find something here, maybe. They still have the heal available. Looks like they should pop it soon. Heal goes out. Here comes. Wow, Fun Feast gets the first one onto Nautilus.
Yeah, Laurie, cleanup crew.
Oh, but look at this. Look at this behind. The Elise from behind. Gets hit by the tower.
Slowed with the Rylai's.
Yeah. Uh-oh. 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 Find it.
Oh, man. Reset your stacks as well.
Yep, no more Dark Steel.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Might be time to rebuy Dark Steel here.
Yeah. Maybe a second one.
Yeah.
just break the game. Have to.
Oh, wow, the Rengar's here, though. Okay. Uh-oh, and that's going to be another one. Laurie on a killing spree. 7-1-5. And wow. I mean, 21-3.
Man.
21-2-3, sorry. I shouldn't compare the scores like they're 21-2.
Yeah, they're definitely not equal on the side of Stanford as man. I mean, haven't really been a. I mean, you have now the top tower that was taken. Really getting a lot of these towers, so a lot of gold funneled in on this Jax as well.
Yeah.
Jax is getting scary.
And the D-Sun is going to be massive here. Not really against this comp, but
who isn't scary on the side of UO right now? I mean, but like, cause the Ashheimer are just always going to be together, right? Like, so.
And even though this Heimer has 6 Darksteel stacks and Oblivion Orb, like, even if that's the weakest member of the team, it's still terrifying.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to be posturing for this next drag. I'm a little goofy. This game is
a bit of a
with
goofy
joy.
game. Yeah.
I was having a terrible day. But Eddie, Fun Phoenix, sitting in this bush. Not gonna. Oh. Well, that was so much damage.
Yeah. Counter-Strike timing out there wasn't enough for that.
Yeah.
And
they want to find something here.
Yeah, not even going for any objectives. They just want to go for.
The stun comes out. A lot of poke. Not going to be enough, though. They find this Elise. Look at this top sort of quadrant here. Breadbutter finds Buster of Doom. Good Nautilus ult. Stops the flow of time.
Yeah, huge knock-up on the side of that Nautilus ult.
Yeah, it did a lot. It did a lot. Oh, wow. Yasuo goes to the flash. Misses. It was a big flash. Unfortunately, didn't work out. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. Killa with 1 health. Stays alive. Breadbutter. Did his Q kill there?
Oh my God.
This game might end before 20 minutes.
I'd be surprised if it didn't here. And man, just heroics in the bot lane trying to.
Oh! That Ignite's gonna do it. Oh my goodness! Everything that could have gone right for the University of Oregon today has gone right. Every single thing has gone right for them.
Yeah, and they're just constantly fighting too.
A 13K
Screw the
gold
Herald and on the Dragon. Like, don't need those because we could just continue to stack items.
Yeah, this is almost a little messed up, all things considered.
Did that not hit? That was a weird Lee Sin Q interaction on that Rift Herald there.
Wait, look. I actually don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's weird.
Finally going to be taking the Rift Herald here. Probably going to be using it to try to end the game as well.
Oh, yeah, we're going to see a Shelly dance.
A Shelly dance at the end. That's what I was going to bring up there. That would be quite the interesting thing to see in a collegiate pro game.
I don't think I've seen one yet. But
I'm
looks like
for it. I think Breadbutter wants it too.
Yeah, I mean, they do know that Breadbutter is at the Dragon now, or not at the Dragon, at the Rift Herald, so they could actually try to take this Dragon, but they're not going for it. Could be a simple take for UO. They don't even have a smite. They don't care.
They're just going to get every single objective here, and there's nothing that Stanford could do about it. They just have to watch as objectives get taken, their jungle gets taken, and their base is about to get taken with this Rift Herald here as well. So
yeah, almost all 5 of them, except for Breadbutter here.
up this mid wave, and here comes Red Butter along with the Rift Herald. So
Yeah.
see if they could do anything with it.
This fight is going to be important. They can find a way to win this. I mean, this game isn't over.
Yeah. Rengar flank, but you're not going to be able to do enough damage to get anyone here. As Rift Herald is going to be spawning
The Rift
in.
Herald is going down.
There we go. I think the Rengar is solely going for the Rift Herald, so they're. Rengar is going to be staying behind.
Oh, the Rift Herald actually doesn't even take the charge damage, and this is just going to be a quick end here. Another charge. But unfortunately falls, but it's all good. Rengar still in the back. Oh, they actually find the hook onto the Ashe. That's actually going to be a kill. What they wanted, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it. As your Oregon Ducks take down Stanford in a 30-4 game.
Yeah, I mean, big win for UO here. They're going to be going on to face, you know, the top half of the bracket in terms of PACU. Big showing, and potentially could see some bans with some of these picks. I mean, Red Butter's Lee Sin, that was something to watch. So
that was pretty interesting. To say the least, that was a fun one. We
Yeah.
said it was going to be a fun one, and I would say it was.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a level 1 disaster that happened, and there was no going back on the side of Stanford. I almost want to go back to a world in which we didn't see that level 1 to see just like how the mechanics really would have played out. I mean, we saw kind of towards at the end in terms of the Nautilus hook onto, I believe it was the Ashe, and then you know the follow up with the Yasuo, and then the Samir follow up. So we saw kind of I say brilliance kind of lightly here in the sense of. Of that comp, what it could have been, right?
I don't know, man. I think there's not much I can say about that game. It was just an absolute domination from UO from start to end, and that's a huge win. I mean, regardless of even if Stanford's the bottom team in PACU, still have to admit that a huge dominant win like that is going to feel good going into the next week.
Yeah, this is the first time that UO's record's actually been positive in the sense of this year.
Okay.
They started out on 1-1, 1-2. Now it's 3-2. So
there we go.
Big ups for UO having a positive record now on the top side of that bracket. But then again, you're going to have to face, you know, like Utah Varsity who have not lost a game yet, and that's going to be, you know, your real test here in the sense of, you know, what can we pull out. We saw some of the picks. You know, with Red Butter's Lee Sin, we saw it with the Akali, the Jax top. Now we have some sense of like versatility on the side of UO, and you know, teams might have to look out for that.
It's a new look for sure. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've been Jacob. This has been my co-host.
I'm Hunter. It's been nice having this game with y'all. It's been nice casting it. And next week going to be roughly around the same time, I would say, is going to be next week's game. I think we may face Utah Varsity next week. That will be a relatively big game, and it might be USC, something like that. We face some member of or some team of the top half of the bracket, so definitely make sure to tune in because that's going to be a very fun match to watch.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Take care.
Peace out.